Today is Monday, August 19th, 2024, day 19 of LiveHard Phase 2. It's been a Monday. It's been a good day. We got all of our stuff done, all 5 of our critical tasks for Phase 2 done. In addition, all 5 of the items on our power list. So depending on how things are going to go, I kind of had to swap some things up. Because I have to leave some of my schedule open in case I have to work on the property. It's still just a part-time thing, so, but yeah, I didn't have to work on the property today, so I had something else fill in that spot that I could do, and yeah, you don't need to know the details. I got my stuff done, all right, I got my stuff done. Let's go through it. Today I weighed in at 223 pounds, so I feel like I'm right on track where I have been. Weight hasn't gone back up to 229. That was so weird. Don't know why. I took my progress picture first thing. That is the first thing. Before I get coffee, before I read, before I do anything else, I take the progress picture. My water, I drank a gallon of water. I finished my first quart at 12:01. Finished my second quart at 2:37 in the afternoon. Third quart at 5:02, just after my second workout. And the fourth quart of water I just finished a few minutes back. Yeah, not too many minutes back. At 7:57, so it's a little after 8 p.m. right now. So water's done, progress picture's done. 2 45-minute workouts. First one was a ruck outside. The second one was inside and outside because it was the core day. So I did 75 sit-ups indoors first. And then I did 6 minutes worth of planks outside. 6 1-minute increments there while I ran and did some arm stuff also. I helped push a lawnmower on a trailer today and didn't have a calf sleeve on because I wasn't working out or doing anything. And didn't like re-injure it, but I felt it. Like my calf was hurting afterwards, so I had quite a bit of a limp tonight. It was harder to run today, so that's still not back up to 100%, but I got both workouts done. As far as my diet, I have not eaten much today at all. I've had 3 cups of coffee. I had some chicken and some sauce to dip it in, but that's it. Then I'm going to eat dinner. So I think I've only, like, once I eat dinner, I think it'll only be like 15 grams of carbs that I've had. So I've done very well with that today. So I'm looking forward to dinner. I actually don't feel that hungry, so don't know why. Maybe it's the heat. Actually, today was a little bit cooler today. I don't know, but I haven't snacked a whole lot, so that's good. So I maintained my diet, took my picture, drank my water, did my 2 workouts, reading. Reading's the second thing I do every day. I read chapters 7 through 9 in the Start Your Own Corporation. Chapter 7 was just shorter than 10 pages. Chapter 8 was really short, and then Chapter 9 was just almost like a bulleted list of information for the different types of entities, so I just knocked those out. That was pages 99 to 121, so definitely got more than 10 pages. Chapter 7 was called Benefit Corps. Chapter 8 was called Professional Corps, or corporations. All right, I have it abbreviated corpse, not like dead person. Chapter 9 was called Organizational Steps for Forming Corporations, LLCs, and LPs. So here's some things that I wrote down. It's mostly from the Benefit Corps, Benefit Corporations, just because that most interested me. I'm not considered a professional in the sense that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dentist, I'm not a chiropractor, I'm not a lawyer. Those are the people who get professional corporations. It's a separate, there's special rules and laws for them that don't apply to regular corporations. So that doesn't really apply to me. That was a short chapter. I don't really think I wrote anything down about that. And then, like I said, chapter 9 was just a bulleted list. Here's the steps you have to go through to organize each of the entities. So yeah, all this stuff is from chapter 7, Benefit Corporations. This really stood out to me. I didn't know that this actually existed. When you work for the benefit of others, the rewards flow back at an even greater rate. A key issue was how to solve problems in a business context without worrying about generating the highest profit. All right. The idea is when you have a corporation, your number one legal obligation is to your shareholders to maximize profits for shareholders. But what if you want to do something beneficial in the community, but you want to do it as a business and not as a nonprofit? All right. If you did that just as a regular business, you could actually get sued if you weren't maximizing profits for the shareholders. The shareholders could sue you. All right. So it's actually a very recent thing. The book said that in 2010, the state of Maryland was the first one to designate a new entity a benefit corporation, or a B Corp. The one where it's a corporation, just like the others, except the shareholders aren't the only ones that you have to consider. You have to consider workers, employees, environmental impacts, social impacts. You generally have to be doing something for the benefit of others. Those things get taken into consideration in a for-profit business context. So apparently 30-some states have adopted the B Corp, like allow for it and such. So that's something that resonates with me, because that's something on my other channel. I have a series of videos for my leather business on my leather channel, Justin Nazarene Leather Company. Go ahead and check it out. There's a whole series called The Business Side. And in one of the videos, I get into the business philosophy. Like, that's not the title of the video. It's actually Calculating the Cost of Leather Part 2, all right? Where I get into this talk about the business philosophy and how you kind of have to weigh customer value with maximizing profits and decide which is more important to you, because that factors into how you price things, because there's a potential you could leave profits on the table so you can offer better value to your customers, and you need to be okay with that. And so this fits in nicely with a benefit corporation. Instead of just 100% focusing on maximizing profits at all costs, it's like, what if our goal instead was to provide extreme value and service and whatever else, not just our customers, but our employees, to our community and such, in addition to maximizing profits? What if we could do both? All right, so that's why I like this chapter. This was very new for me. I'd never heard anything about a benefit corporation. So a couple more things. The idea is that by combining a general and specific public benefit, the corporation is protected from answering solely to the financial interest of various stakeholders. The bottom line is that B Corps, if properly governed, could become a powerful and transformational force in business and society. So just some things that stood out to me that are specific to what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what I learned today. Because today is the 19th, it's day 19, Proverbs chapter 19, there were 3 verses that I highlighted specifically that I want to share with you. Proverbs 19 verses 11, 14, and 25. So 11, here it is. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. Oh man, to be forgiving and to defer your anger, to not just immediately react and such, to have that kind of control and to overlook minor transgressions and to forgive them and not explode with it. That's someone who's in control of themselves. That's a wiser person, all right? Next one, 14. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, and a prudent wife is from Jehovah. Man, that's true. My wife is truly a gift from the Most High, and I'm grateful for it every single day, so I highlighted that one. And verse 25. Smite a scorner, and the simple will beware, and reprove one that hath understanding, and he will understand knowledge. This is so true. When I was teaching in a classroom for 13 years, start of every school year, so right around this time, you get a new batch of students in. There's always the one that's going to test you day one, all right? And you got to shut that down quick. You have to establish your rules, your dominance in the classroom, and everyone else watches because they're watching the power dynamic, because they probably know this kid who gives every teacher year after year grief, and they're seeing how you respond. You know, are you going to cave, or are you going to take control of the situation and shut it down? And if you don't do this, if you don't smite that scorner, the simple will not beware, and you're going to have problems all year long. So, yeah, that is definitely some practical advice there from the Proverbs. All right. After action report, thing I'd like to sustain. I'd like to sustain the weight loss and less snacking throughout the day. I felt that was good. I like the direction that I'm going. Then the thing I'd like to improve on is actually my sit-up technique. While I was doing sit-ups today, I notice as I'm doing more, I have a tendency with my knees to kind of open up my knees and do my sit-ups. That's easier. I found specifically towards the end, like I just noticed, apparently that's happened every other time that I've done it, but today I specifically noticed my knees are getting wider. What if I kept those in tight like I start out doing? Well, when I did those sit-ups, oh, that hurt a lot more, especially as I was getting into the 50s and 60s and all the way up to 75 of my sit-ups. Like, ooh, that hurts more. So I'm gonna make myself keep my knees a little bit closer together as I'm doing my sit-ups every other day to make sure I'm getting a better workout there. So that's what I want to improve. Last 3 items on the list: no alcohol, check; no cheating on diet, check; no excuses, check. Today's a win, and I thank you so much for joining me for this daily check-in. Pray that you're blessed. Bye.